Hey Lovitos and Maglone families, it's Miss Ida here giving you another read aloud. And as always, I read, you listen. Make sure you're listening because I might ask some important questions about the story. Today's story is called Perro Grande, Perro Pequeño, Big Dog, Little Dog. This book is in English and in Spanish. This is by P.D. Eastman and translated into Spanish by Pilar de Cuenca and Inés Alvarez. This is a bedtime story, un cuento de las buenas noches. Fred and Ted were friends. Fred y Ted eran amigos. Fred was big. Fred era grande. Ted was little. Ted era pequeño. Fred always had money. Fred siempre tenía dinero. Ted was always broke. Ted nunca tenía un centavo. When they walked in the rain, Fred got wet, but Ted stayed dry. Cuando caminaban bajo la lluvia, Fred se mojaba, pero Ted quedaba seco. They both liked music and Fred played the flute. A los dos les gustaba la música. Fred tocaba la flauta. Ted played the tuba. Ted tocaba la tuba. When they had dinner, Fred ate the spinach and Ted ate the beets. Cuando cenaban, Fred comía espinacia y Ted comía remolacha. Some of these words are a little tricky for me, but I'm doing my best. When they painted the house, Ted used red paint and Fred used green. Cuando pintaban las casas, Ted usaba pintura roja and Fred usaba pintura verde. One day, Fred and Ted took a trip. Fred went in his green car and Ted went in his red car. Un día Fred y Ted fueron de viaje. Fred iba en su automóvil verde. Ted iba en su automóvil rojo. Fred drove his car slowly, and Ted drove his car fast. Fred manejaba su automóvil despacio. Ted manejaba su automóvil deprisa. When they got to the mountains, Ted skied all day long. Cuando llegaron a las montañas, Ted esquió el día entero. Fred skated all day long. Fred patinó el día entero. By nighttime, both of them were very tired. Look, said Fred, a small hotel. Al anochecer, ambos estaban muy cansados. Mira, dijo Fred, un hotelito. That one has some tricky words. Fred got a room upstairs, and Ted got a room downstairs. Fred tomó un cuarto en los altos. Ted tomó un cuarto en los bajos. Good night, Ted. Sleep well, said Fred. Good night, Fred. Sleep well, said Ted. Buenos noches, Ted. Que duermas bien, dijo Fred. Buenas noches, Fred. Que duermas bien, dijo Ted. Look at that. You think their beds don't match? You think they got the wrong rooms? I wonder if they're gonna be comfortable. What do you think? But they did not sleep well. Upstairs, Fred thumped and bumped and tossed and turned. And downstairs, Ted moaned and groaned and crashed and thrashed all over the bed. Pero no durmieron bien. Arriba Fred daba porrazos y trompazos y se manieba y volteaba. Y abajo Ted gemía y gruñía y rechinaba y se agitaba por toda la cama. When morning came, Fred called on the phone. Let's take a walk, Fred said to Ted. Good idea, said Ted to Fred. We can walk and talk. Vamos a pasar, dijo Fred a Ted. ¡Qué buena idea!, dijo Ted a Fred. Podemos pasar y conversar. Look at that. He did not like being in those beds because one was too small and one was too big. Although I think I like a bed that's really big, so that I can stretch out. They walked uphill, they walked downhill. They made a tall talk, they made a small talk. Caminaron cuesta arriba, caminaron cuesta abajo. Hablaron de cosas importantes. Hablaron de cosas sin importancia. Did you get any sleep last night, Ted? Not a wink, Fred. ¿Pudiste dormir anoche, Ted? Ni un pestanazo, Fred. Pestanazo, yeah. Oh. It's always good to reread and try again just in case you got it wrong. Make sure it sounds right. My bed is too little. My bed is too big. Mi cama es muy pequeña. Mi cama es muy grande. What can we do about it, Ted? I don't know, Fred. ¿Qué podemos hacer, Ted? No sé, Fred. I know what to do, said the bird. Just switch rooms. Ted should sleep upstairs and Fred should sleep downstairs. Of course, the birds got the word. Sé lo que hay que hacer, dijo el pájaro. Solo cambien de cuartos. Ted debe dormir en los altos y Fred debe dormir en los bajos. ¡Siguero! El pájaro dio en el clavo. Back to bed, yelled Ted. Back to bed, yelled Fred. A la cama, gritó Ted. A la cama, gritó Fred. The bird definitely has the word, doesn't it? The bird, bird, bird. That's the word. It's downstairs for me, yelled Fred. It's upstairs for me, yelled Ted. Yo voy abajo, gritó Fred. Yo voy arriba, gritó Ted. Ted jumped into the little bed upstairs, and Fred jumped into the big bed downstairs. Ted saltó a la camita en los altos, and Fred saltó a la cama grande en los bajos. Ted slept all day long in the cozy little bed, and Fred slept all day in the cozy big bed. Ted durmió todo el día en la camita cómoda, y Fred durmió todo el día en la cama grande cómoda. Well, that was easy to fix. Big dogs need big beds, and little dogs need little beds. Why make big problems out of little problems? Bueno, ese fue fácil de resolver. Los perros grandes necesitan camas grandes, y los perros pequeños necesitan camas pequeñas. ¿Por qué buscar problemas donde no los hay? The end. Please forgive me if I did say some words wrong, but it was very fun to read, and I hope it was very fun for you to listen to. I didn't ask many questions this time. This one was just a really fun read, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks. See you next time. Bye.